Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another FPL video. This one we're going to be talking about my wish list and some players I do have the squad who I think are being looked over. Some because of the price and some, well, for various different reasons. But I do think there's some gems and I am going to include one or two, how do you put it, gambles, should we say. But you don't need to bring them in your team. As long as you've got them on your wish list, it's worth keeping an eye on. So I've got my mini league code on screen. At the time of recording this, we're nearly at 40 people in there, and we are trying to make a very good competitive league this season. And it will get very interesting towards the end of the season when the cup starts. So if you haven't yet joined the league, please do so. The more the merrier. Okay, so the first one, Pascal Gross, who plays for Brighton. Only owned by 9.7% of managers. I was expecting this to be at least 20%. And yes, he's in my squad. So last season he spent the first half of the season out on loan, but then come back and was absolutely critical in Brighton's gameplay. And he really did put a good shift in. I mean, in the second half of the season alone, he got 6 clean sheets, he got 6 assists, and he scored a goal as well. This guy for 5.5 million is a real good choice. I really do think that Gross is someone who should be in your squad. And now that Welbeck has gone, it's highly likely that Pascal Gross is going to be on penalties. So that's more attacking return possibilities. So with Welbeck gone, I can see Brighton relying more on this man. I really do think that you guys should be looking at Gross and going, right, I want this player. Next up, I got Thiago, who plays for Brentford, and what an amazing season he had last season. 22 goals, 1 assist. He played virtually every minute possible. Now, he's owned a little bit more, 16.1% of FPL managers have got him. So he's not as under the radar as some people are. But I think what's happening is a lot of people looking at his price. He was 6 million last season, very underrated. None of us thought he was going to do that well on his first season, and he did. And then, last season he smashed it. But last season he was 6 million. He's now 8 million. He's a lot more expensive. But look at what you're getting for 8 million. I mean, last time out he got 22 goals. He got an assist. And there's just no reason to suggest this guy is going to do worse this season. Everything looks really good for this guy. And he's got some interesting fixtures as well to start off with. There's definitely attacking returns at Tottenham. There's definitely some at Leeds. There's probably some at Sunderland. There's going to be some at Bournemouth. And there's probably going to be some at Chelsea because I don't rate the Chelsea defence. So, 8 million, was full of goals last season. Come on. What else do you guys need to be convinced on this guy? And not just that, I'm looking at going no Haaland this coming season. And Thiago is a critical person to have in my squad for that. Because, Haaland, I think he's 15.5 million and he only got about 35 returns. So Thiago at 8 million getting 23 on its own, come on. And then that allows you to spend money elsewhere. So yes, Thiago, really consider him. I think he's a good shout. Okay, so the next one is Liverpool's Alexander Isak. So Liverpool have got less attacking options this season. Players like Salah, they're gone. So other players in the squad, they're going to have to step up. And one possibility, although he's not as nailed on in my mind, and he's not in my squad currently, is Alexander Isak. So he was heavily disrupted due to injury last season. So he didn't play much. And he is 9 million, that is high. But there's 11.4 of you guys who are already looking at him and thinking, that he wants him in the squad. And for the minutes he did score last season, he got 3 goals, 1 assist. But if you look at the season before that, he played quite a lot of minutes, 2,758. and he got 23 goals and 6 assists. That is near Haaland level. So if this guy can avoid injury and gets his chance, 9 million for those kind of returns is a bargain. So this is why he goes on my watch list. And not just that, you look at the upcoming fixtures. You've got Newcastle, who have lost a lot of decent players as well. You've got Nottingham Forest, there's definitely attacking returns up to have there. You've got Ipswich, again, should be attacking returns. Fulham, there should be attacking returns. And Bournemouth, there should be attacking returns. So if this guy gets his chance, there's definitely opportunities to get some really good attacking returns from this guy. We just need to see how he plays and hope his past injuries is not going to disrupt his minutes, basically. So, a little bit on the expensive side, but Alexander Isak is on my watch list, and that is why. Sticking with Liverpool, and here is Cody Gakpo. So, he's 7 million. And he's only owned by 3.5% of FPL managers. And that surprises me because he has been someone who, when he's played well. But when you've had other players like Salah in your squad, Gakpo has always struggled to, play consistently. Now there's no Salah. Liverpool's got a smaller squad. You've got to argue that Cody Gakpo gets more minutes this time. I think he's worth taking a punt on. Then not just that, there's a lot of transfer talk around Cody Gakpo as well, like Spurs was after him. And if he goes to Spurs, we then know his minutes are going to be nailed on. He's going to be playing game in, game out, and, that makes that 7 million a bargain. So there is that. So he's got on my squad. I'm watching the transfer window to see if he moves. And to be honest, if he does, I'm going to be looking for space in my team to put him in, because we know he's good at scoring goals and creating assists. I mean, look at the last 3 seasons, 5 assists each season. And if you look at the minutes he's getting, he's not really, apart from maybe last season, he's not really been getting the minutes Gakpo deserves. So for me, this guy is on my watch list, and I do think he is in with a chance of getting some really good minutes this season. May he stay with Liverpool or may he go to Spurs? We'll just have to see how the transfer window goes for this guy. And talking about Spurs, here's one that's a bit more of a risk, should we say. So, at this moment in time, does not make your squad, but most certainly should be on your radar. Richarlison. So, there's a lot of talk going around about Richarlison at the minute. But you have to look at how he did last season. He got 11 goals, 4 assists, despite the fact that Spurs had a pretty appalling season. I mean, at one point, it was looking like they might even get relegated. So the fact that Richarlison still got 15 attacking returns in such an absolutely appalling season, to me, that's massive for me. And he's only 6 million. So I think when it comes to positive, he has done well in pre-season. He's been playing well, and he got like a 92nd minute winner against Chelsea in a friendly. So, he's showing that he's still playing well, and he's more than likely going on penalties. The only risk is you have got other people in the squad like Solanke, who I don't quite rate as high as Richarlison at the minute. He's going to be fighting for, starts. So that could hurt Richarlison. There's also talk of him possibly going on transfer. And Everton's been linked. So he might be going back to Everton. And if he went to Everton, I'd be more tempted by him, because the thing with Everton at the minute, I rate their defence. I think their defence is great. But they're lacking in attacking options. Their attackers are just not doing it. So if he went to Everton, that would make him a bigger pick. But at the minute, Richarlison needs to go into your watch list. But unless he goes to Everton, I would not be considering putting him in my starting 11 at this moment in time, or even on the bench. But The one good thing is 6 million, that's cheap. So if he goes to Everton, starts banging goals, you know, you're laughing. And then he's only owned by 1.9% of FPL managers, so it's a big differential. But yeah, like I've just said, I would not be putting him in my starting squad yet, but he should definitely be on your watch list because there's a real potential here as the season goes on with Charlton starts to absolutely smash it. Alright, so the last one, and this is the biggest risk of the lot, so that's why I've left him to last. Wissa. Now hear me out on this. Last season he had a bad season. He spent most of it injured, so he only played 517 minutes, 1 goal, 1 assist. I think his injuries problems are behind him. And not just that, we just had the World Cup and he did really, really well for the Democratic Republic of the Congo. He got 3 goals in 3 matches, and he seems to be, you know, he seems to be back to his original self. And what I mean to his original self, if you look back at the season previous, the 2024-25 season, the guy got 18 goals, 6 assists. So if his injury problems are behind him, he's really, really, really good shout at, you know, smashing it. He might be the Thiago of this season. Like Thiago last season, underrated, 6 million, absolutely smashed it. We could get that from Wissa this season. So there's definitely that. And he's really differential as well because he's only owned by 1.4% of FPL managers. Apparently he's been, cause I'm just reading quickly here as well. Apparently he's been he's been off the charts in Newcastle's pre-season as well. So he's returned to training after his injury and stuff, and he seems to be doing well. He's really trying. And then another thing, because he's at Newcastle, managers changed. A lot of the decent players from last season have left. They're going to need to look at other people in their squad to have a good goal this season and make up for the ones who have gone. And Wissa, assuming he can keep away from injury, is the absolute perfect choice. So for FPL managers, don't put him in game week 1 because we need to see if he actually plays. And to be honest, Liverpool first game week, I know Liverpool looking a bit weaker this season, but come on, that'll be taking the biscuit. So let's see if he plays. Let's see how he looks. But this guy should be on your watch list. He really, really screams of a good possible, you know, goal scorer, cheap, you know, forward. Should you decide to go down that route, he's a real good shout. All right, so that is my watch list short. So I've once again put my Fantasy Premier League Mini League join code on the screen should you want to join the league. The more the merrier, makes it very competitive. Right, so I'm going to wrap this video up here. Big thank you to everyone who has tuned in. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have done, make sure you have that like button. If you'd like to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and then hit the bell. This way you'll be notified of any future videos and live streams for myself. And I'll be seeing you in the next one. Nice one, guys.